Yeah, Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the Four Winds, preaching the truth of sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwatim, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. Right here, this New York Post says Black Bears does viral flower handshake dance with tourists at Chinese zoo. Right, and then you've seen it, right? But for every reason, this last couple of days, these things been popping up with these black bears, right? And yeah, so yeah, it just got me wondering, you know what I mean? Because I keep seeing these things pop up, and then look at this, you know what I mean? It says watch black bear take casual stroll in Asheville, North Carolina, spooks tourists. Right? Instead of dancing for tourists, there's gonna come a time where it's gonna spook you. You're gonna be afraid. It says people in downtown Asheville, North Carolina, got a surprise when they spotted a young black bear roaming the streets near City Hall. Right? So there's gonna come a time that these things are not just gonna spook you, man. These things are gonna be reality, man. You right? Because the Lord is going to allow these wild beasts to eat you, man. Right? I have a feast upon you. Right?
Big showdown between boy and beast. 7-year-old Huxley Hardy Penner comes face to face with a black bear while riding a scooter. Watch as the bear approaches the boy, heading right towards him in broad daylight. Without panicking, Huxley stares the animal down, looking directly at him until the bear stops dead in his tracks. No one could predict what would happen next. Then, out of nowhere, Huxley's neighbor appears. With his arms raised high, the neighbor turns into a superhero and fearlessly approaches the animal, engaging the bear in a heart-stopping game of hide-and-seek. Watch as the neighbor relentlessly pursues the bear from behind the car until the animal finally gets spooked and goes scurrying away. Crisis averted. We spoke with Huxley and his mom, Brittany.
Yeah, so that basically, there's going to come a time. See how that bear it ran up on him? You know what it wanted to see it would do? He was hoping the boy would run. And when he run, hey, he's going to chase his food. But there's going to come a time that you're not going to have a neighbor or some man be able to come out and scare the bear away or whatever. Right? Yeah, this is independent news. Says a black bear cub roams supermarket produce aisle before being escorted out by police. Right? So you're coming to a time where, and who knows if this ain't set up, you know, because where's the mother cub? Because you know, I mean the mother bear, because you know how a mother is to her cubs, right? And this probably should have been a way more dangerous situation than this, being that it's a cub. Because where's the mother? And a mother and her cub, hey, you can't turn that away. Like that little boy where the guy walked out and made himself real big like that. that was like a little bit big, maybe like it was probably young, looked like it was still kind of young, wasn't that big, but it wasn't like a cub, right? So, but hey, there's gonna come a serious time where, hey, you're gonna be destroyed, you're gonna get judged, you're gonna be eaten by these wild animals. So this is Hosea chapter 13 verse 8. I will meet them as a bear. See, because the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of his own people. And a lot of you other, you heathens, you're going to get it regardless. I mean, it's time for your judgment. But 2/3 of the Lord's own people are going to suffer a judgment because, they were set and destined to, because they was the one that didn't get it right in the wilderness. They the ones who call for Yahushua to let his blood be upon them, right? When Pilate said that his hand is clean for of this blood, and they said, "What? Let his blood be upon us." So this is the Lord. You want the Lord's blood to be upon you? Okay. So it's going to be as a bear bereaved of her whelps, which are clubs, and will read the call of their heart, right? You're going to be in fear, man. The Lord's going to touch the essence of your mind, heart, meaning lob, your mind, right? And there will I devour them like a lion, right? The wild beast shall tear them. See, the Lord speaking of it as figuratively, but then he goes into a literal thing, and that's what's going to happen. You see that we're just so-called talking, but then it's going to go into a literal state where you're going to see. You're not just going to be a little afraid. You're not going to see it, it doing a trick for you, or you're spotting it in the, as you're going along, and you just get a little scare, or the little boy is out there and the bear gets basically almost face to face with him and doesn't maul him. The Lord knows that no, it will devour you, right? The wild beast shall tear them. O Israel, right? The 2/3 of Israel thus has destroyed thyself. But in me is thine help, right? And that's going for the elect, right? For the elect in the Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai is the help to the elect, right? I will be thy king. Where is any other that may save thee in all thy cities, right? And we're scattered around the world. It tells you that in Acts that there were Jews, devout men out of every place, every city, every place in the world, right? Under heaven, right? And that hasn't changed to this very day, right? And thy judges, of whom thus has said, give me a king and a prince, right? So you have your so-called leaders that you put over you, Martin Luther King, all these different leaders, Obama, which really was an actual Hamite, all these people that you thought was going to be the great thing for you. There's no one that could be a king unto you but Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 31. The point is in 4, but I'm going to start at 3. It says, now the Egyptians are men, right? So whatever, principal men you put over you, you had your Martin Luther Kings, everybody wanted to vote in Obama thinking that this guy could save you, but really he's just a Hamite, or now you're thinking, well, wait a minute, maybe we do need Trump. You want to vote him? Hey, this system is meant to destroy you. It is polluted. It shall destroy you, right? So it says, right, because they're all your enemies, right? And their horses are flesh and not spirit, right? They're not. It's not the Most High. It's not the angels, right? It's not God. Yeah, the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses are flesh and not spirit, right? It's not the Most High. It's not the angels, right, who make things happen. And when Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoping shall fall down, right? So you're wishing and helping and hoping in this system that the Lord said it's going to go down. This this place spiritually, that's Egypt, Sodom and Egypt, is gonna fail, which is Babylon the Great, right? The mother of harlots, right? You wanted to trust in the JAB because they said trust in science, and all you people that are supposed to be so-called Christians, or say you believe in, why not trust and wait and believe in God and wait on God and see what He has to do first? No, you trust in science, so you're gonna get the charagma, right? You're gonna be just like a demolition man, right? Getting the charagma, right? The mark of the East, right? So so you could Taquero Taco Bell, right? So you're not starving like the people who were beneath and had to come up in and still, you know, take some food, right? You don't want to be, you know. You need help. You need hope and the help of Esau, but you're gonna fall, and they shall fail together, right? This whole system is gonna fail together, right? You're trying to put your kings over. You wanted kings, but the Lord said no one could be a king to you but me. The real king is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And then, of course, he's going to set up King David. But the real king is the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For thus has Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, right? Getting ready to devour him, to eat him, right? When a multitude of shepherds shall is called forth, Salakia, against him, he shall not be afraid of their voices, right? And there's going to come a time that the Lord is going to set up these wild beasts to come against you, like that dude. He stood tall, you know what I mean, and scared it away from that young boy. But the Lord said it's going to come a time where that's not going to work, right? They're not going to be scared of their voices, nor abase himself, right? Become low, run skimping away, base himself from the noise of them. So shall Yahweh of hosts, which means armies, which is talking about the angels, come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hills thereof, right? Dealing with the elect, right? Because 2/3 of you Israelites, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, are going to be destroyed, right? The Lord ain't, yeah, we're saying you the Israelites. The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are Israelites. Okay, so what? And unless you're partaking in this right here, you're going to be destroyed right along with all these other nations, man, right? And ultimately, the Lord has to be supping with you, and ultimately, this is all predestinated. The Lord's predestined you to sup with Him. So, hey, or to be destroyed, either or. Yeah. So this is Ezekiel 39 and 17, which this is talking about Gog, you know, and Magog, which basically talking about World War III and how the Lord, through the mountain of troops, the valley of decision, the Lord going to have all these multitude of military men out there. But that ain't going to be that. This is not going to happen in America before the missiles hit. This is also going to happen in America before the missiles hit. It says, and you, son of man, thus say, right? Go let the world know. Say, Yahweh, power. Say to the birds of prey, right? Ones that be out there lurking. They eat meat anyway. They're birds of prey. Of every sort, and to every beast of the field, assemble yourselves and come gather from every side to the sacrificial feast. This is a sacrificial feast of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the valley of Gog and Magog, but it's also going to be here in this land, in America, Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't leave this place out. It's gonna be a sacrificial place. It's gonna be sacrificial to all the birds, right? The animals, the wild beasts, sacrificial feasts that I am preparing for you, right? Which is the animals, even a great sacrificial feast on the mountains of Israel, at such you may eat flesh and drink blood, right? and saying this is the Lord talking. This is a prophecy, and when has this came to pass yet? It hasn't, right? They'll tell you the Old Testament's done away with. It says you shall eat the flesh of the mighty men, the military, right? But all you tough guys here too, in America, all you tough guys in prison, you tough guys on the streets, you tough police officers, the military guys they're gonna bring over here. Hey, it's gonna happen to you too, even here in America. This ain't just a thing for Gog and Magog, right? This ain't just for the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. That's gonna be for here too. And drink the blood of princes of the earth, and rams, right? That's going for them other nations, and lambs, that's for you Israelites, and goats, right? The goddamn Esau's the goats, right? The Edomites, and of bullocks, right? These other nations, and all of them fatlings of Bashan, east of Jordan, right? Letting you know that this is gonna be something great, man. Right? This thing has never happened before. Right? Right? So this is Revelation chapter 19. Right? Which this basically says the same thing that said in Ezekiel, which proved that it's never happened before. So if this links up with Ezekiel and this is Revelation and it hasn't happened yet, how can the Old Testament be done away with? You need to ask yourself that. It says, and I saw an angel standing in the sun. Woo, hoo, hoo. And we did too, right? With Dabu 777 showed a NASA feed where a chariot, what they call UFOs or UAPs, bigger than Earth, hovered over the sun. It was like it was getting its energy from the sun. Wow, that's cold. And he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. The exact same thing, pretty much, right? That ye may eat the flesh of what? Of kings, right? Pretty much was saying that. And the flesh of captains, right? Your mighty men, your military guys, right? And the flesh of, well, there you go, mighty men. And the flesh of horses and of them that sit upon them, right? Your so-called warriors, your tough guys, all over the world. So it's not just going to be in Gog and Magog. It's going to be here in America too. It's going to happen because before the missiles hit, a lot of things have to happen, man. A lot of things. And the flesh of all men, both free. Well, there you go. This going to let you know. This definitely got to happen in America, right? Because you definitely got so-called free, what they call free. Free, land of the free, home of the brave, right? Right? Which really, none of you are brave. The government keeps lying to you, lying to you, lying to you, lying to you. And you think the solution is to vote someone. When really it should have been what they call tyranny, or what they call, I don't know, whatever they call it. But then it's in the Constitution that you can overthrow the government if they're going off course. So if you did that, how can it be tyranny or whatever the hell it is when that's part of the law? Which the whole thing is they plan on doing away with the law. You know what I mean? So, and bond, right? This is America. This place has more prisoners than any place on the planet. We have the least population in the world, but the most amount of people in prison. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, right? Because technically, it's way cheaper to buy a bullet. Take him out. He who kill. Bow. You kill him, right? Whoever did this, you stole something. Hey, now you got to work for this man as a servant, and you work your whatever thing till you work it off. And now, instead of everybody being poor, there's some people that's gonna have these generational wealth, or being able to build wealth. Why? Because someone tried to steal from you, and now this person has to pay back. This person has to work as a slave for free. You know what I'm saying? He gotta go to work for you and pay your bills, or whatever, however it would go. Because I don't know how you would do it now, because things are so out of whack, right? Both small and great, right? Young, old, rich, poor, mighty, strong, flimsy. It doesn't really matter. The Lord is going to call these animals, these wild beasts, to eat you, right? Yeah, so this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 15. But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents, right? Which is Esau, man. Esau's a serpent. You worship Esau, man. Void of reason and vile beast, right? That's Esau, man. He's a serpent and a wild beast. You hey, trust the science, right? Get the charagma, right? Right? Follow this man's system, right? Cause it seemed like he knew what he was doing, right? Because he told you to have a Coke and a Smile, a Coke and a Big Mac. And Big Mac is unhealthy for you. Coke is unhealthy for you. They took away all the ways that you could garden and get your own fresh fruits and vegetables from your own backyard, right? You know, cut your own animals up. No, we're gonna make it to be where you have to get your animals from us, and then in the process we're gonna GMO them. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and we might even feed them their own kind. So now you got mad cow disease. You got all sorts of crazy diseases and what do you call it? Fungus and all sorts of stuff there. Worms and things that it's not even imaginable. Not even that long ago, technically. Back in my mom's time. You know what I mean? My mom's 17 years older than me, right? Her time when she said they used to have their own animals and her father used to take it and chop it himself, and my grandmother had her own garden. All these, not even that long ago. Just that, just a certain generation that split, boom. Everything you're relying on Egypt, man. You're relying on this devil, man. So that's the whole thing, man. Right? This foul beast. Thus did it send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for what? Vengeance, man. And that's the Most High, man. The Lord is going to send a bunch of unreasonable beasts upon you for vengeance, man. That they may know that where the wherewithal of man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. Right? You've sinned. You've done all sorts of different things. You thought it was okay for man on man, woman with woman. You could sell drugs, you could kill people, you could do this, you could do that. I mean, you could be just slothful. You could just sit around and play video games all day. The Lord ain't even about that, right? You can't just sit around and play video games all day. The Lord ain't cool with that. You kind of stay out of trouble like that, but then what happens? You're lazy. Now you're 30 and 40 and whatever years old, still living with your parent or living off your lady. The Lord never meant for things to be that way, right? Even if your lady made more than you, but at least you're getting off your butt and going to get a job. You know what I mean? He not mean for you to be doing nothing, right? You know what I mean? I mean, technically, a man should make more, but you're coming in a time where things is different. A woman can make more than you. It doesn't matter. As long as you're not just sitting around. Right? So, it says, Salakia, yeah, they're going to get punished for thy almighty hand, right, which is Yahweh, that made the world of matter where withal formed what wanted not wanted not means no not yet not means to sin among them the multitude. I might be saying it wrong. Matter world, yeah, made the world of matter without form. Yeah, make matter without form. Wanted not means to means to send among them a multitude of wild bears, going back to bears, and furious lions and fierce lions, or fire fierce lions, unto or unknown wild beast, full of rage, newly created, even newly created beast, man. Right? Which we know, of course, the Lord has that, but even Esau has that. Esau is going to release a newly created beast, and then of course you got what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has, or filthy scents of scattered smoke. Whoa. And shooting horrible sparks and tempests. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, this verse right here makes me believe that Bigfoot exists. Because I used to have this boss, and he said that he seen Bigfoot. And he said that it had like a funky smell and like this long red hair. And he said it stinks. So this makes me believe Bigfoot exists. Because it's a newly created beast. Things that you have never seen before. Things that people kind of seen. The Loch Ness Monster and all this other stuff. And hey, even Godzilla, right? Being a Leviathan, right? The Lord is going to release a lot of beasts out here, man. Right? Right? And then that foul smelling smoke. Hey, it'd be what? Dead bodies, man. Right? When the thing can shoot horrible, or shooting horrible sparks, sparkles out of their eyes, right? Right? Fucking laser beaming you with their eyes. Dead flesh, stinking, right? But the Lord, hey, the Lord is gonna cause a lot of damage, man, in this place, man, all over the world, really, right? Yeah. So with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to your sisters, you Akwatium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence and a Bible ball.